Namaste everyone, welcome to Shima Flow Yoga. I'm Jody and thank you very much as always for tuning into my channel, checking out this video today. If you haven't had a chance to check out the channel real quick, we've got a lot of yoga videos, meditation, cooking, wine, product reviews, and so much more to come. So if you have not subscribed to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, hit the bell right next to it, and you will be notified as soon as a new video is uploaded. Today's practice is yoga for, really it's hands-free yoga. So it's yoga, especially if you have wrist pain, if it hurts to put pressure on your hands. We've had some requests to see if we can do some videos that don't really use the hands so much. And whether that's you're suffering from inflammation, arthritis, whether it's age-related, as we get older, our joints become a little bit, less stable, and it's just learning how to build strength as we move through our practice. So we're going to be focusing on a hands-free practice. Most of it will be standing. We'll be doing some balance, definitely focusing on the breath to practice concentration and being present in the moment and just being okay with where you are today. So grab your yoga mat and let's find your happy place. Okay, let's get started. So we're going to begin on our hands and knees, and actually not hands and knees, on our elbows and knees. So coming onto the knees, we're going to come down onto the forearms, okay? So let's bring the elbows right under the shoulders, and if you want to, you can take your hands and reach for the opposite biceps to get a good feeling as to how far apart your elbows should be, and then bring the hands back out. Knees underneath your hips, pull your belly in, and we're going to begin with a seated or a kneeling cat-cow. So we're going to inhale and just going to lift your chest, your gaze, and your tailbone up. Pull your shoulders back, belly draws in. And exhale, press away. Navel to spine, drop the head so you're looking right between your legs. Really press through your elbows as you pull your navel in towards your spine. And then inhale, again, we're dropping the belly, but keep it firm. Lift the chest, the gaze, the tailbone, and exhale, round into your cat pose. So this is a forearm cat-cow, and this is a really nice way to warm up the spine and the back. Just following the breath, exhaling as you round. Drop your head, let yourself create some space through the back of the neck. And inhale, come back up, lift the heart, gaze, tailbone. Do this just a couple more times. And then we're going to come here back to this neutral spine, and we're going to just bring a little bit of strength and sensation into the upper body. So we're going to tuck the toes under. Now you're going to press into your elbows and your forearms and just lift your knees up. Now push down through your forearms and back. Move your chest towards your thighs. Lift your tailbone up. Walk your feet in a little bit. Press the heels down. We'll just hold this for a couple breaths. Pull your shoulders back. Belly in. Gaze can be to your navel, to your knees, or right between your feet. This is called dolphin pose. It's a really great way to strengthen the upper body, as you can feel. We'll take one more breath. And exhale, drop the knees down. Nice job here. Sit back on your heels. Bring your arms to your sides, palms up, and let your shoulders relax to your sides just to give yourself a nice, gentle counter pose to dolphin. Good. We rise all the way up onto the knees. And if for any reason your knees are bothering you, if you're feeling like your mat is not thick enough, you can grab a blanket and place it underneath your knees, or just fold the mat over and kneel right on top of the mat. That'll give you a nice couple extra layers under your knees. So knees are about hip width distance. Hips are over the knees, shoulders above the hips. We're going to inhale and reach the arms up towards the sky. And then exhale. Let's take a twist to the right. So it's going to be an open arm twist. As you twist to the right, you bring your right arm behind you, your left arm in front of you. But we're going to take the gaze over the shoulder to encourage a deeper twist. We'll pull the belly in, lift the heart, lift your chin slightly. Inhale, reach back up. Take the gaze up, and then exhale, open to the left. Take the gaze behind you. Keep the heart lifted. You feel that strength on your entire torso, right? In your upper back, your shoulders as you twist. The middle and the lower back. Inhale, reach back up. We're going to do one more each side. Exhale, twist over to the right. Keep that belly drawn in. Inhale, reach up to center. Exhale, one more time over. Good. Now inhale, reach back up. And exhale, release. We're going to go ahead, if you folded your mat up, release the mat back out, remove your blanket. Just pop up onto your fingertips or maybe onto the hands. We're going to come onto the toes and bring ourselves up to a standing position. We're going to walk towards the front of the mat. Okay, so as your toes are forward, you can keep your feet hip width distance, right? With the ankles underneath the hips, or you can bring your feet closer together with your big toes touching. It's really a matter of preference. Where are you going to feel more stable? Where does it feel more natural in your body? Okay, that's how we want to move as we move through our yoga practice. So we're going to inhale and reach the arms up towards the sky. Now reach up, take your right wrist and take your right hand and grab onto your left wrist and then bend to the right. So as you bend to the right, press your left hip out. Keep drawing the left shoulder back. Nice side body stretch. Inhale, back up to center. Take your left hand around your right wrist. Exhale, bend over to the left. Press your right hip out. Draw your right shoulder back. Maybe take the gaze up towards the sky. How can you move your body so you're feeling a little bit deeper? Let's do it one more time. Inhale, reach up, right wrist around, right hand around left wrist. Exhale, bend to the right. Press the left hip out. Open your chest, open your heart. Inhale, back up, left hand around right wrist. Exhale, side bend. Press through that right side of your body. Good. Inhale, back up. Exhale, bring your hands back down to your sides. Okay, so we're going to begin in a balance pose. So this standing sequence we have is going to be moving between balance and more stable standing poses to work on balance. It really helps with your core strength, and it's really good just for overall wellness and health as we move through our lives on a daily basis. So we're going to start in tree pose, and I'll face this way first, and then I'll turn back to the front of the mat. But we're going to start by placing weight into the right foot, and then we're going to take the left heel and place it right onto the right ankle and bring your hands to your heart. So it's almost like a little kickstand here, right? Pull your belly in, lift your heart, shoulders relax, okay? And then find a focal point. So this is called drishti, something non-moving. So you might look down towards the floor. You can even gaze at the tip of your nose if you want to do that. But keep your hands to your heart. And then right here, we're going to stay. Notice how this feels. And then if you can, take that foot up right above the ankle. Okay, this is where we come into balance a little bit more. Okay, you might feel the foot kind of moving a little bit as we practice stabilizing. And then if you want to go a little bit deeper, you're going to guide that foot up into your inner thigh. Okay, and once you bring it up, you want to open that left knee out, right? So when you press open through the knee, you're going to feel the strength into the right hip. Okay, opening up into that glute area. Okay, so I'm going to turn back to the front. So we're going to hold it wherever you're at, and then reach your arms up towards the ceiling when you're ready. Keep pressing open through the inside of that left knee. Eyes are steady. It's okay if you fall, if you need to use this foot to kind of help stabilize you a little bit. All that's doing is making us stronger in this balanced position. Okay, let's take a deep breath in. Now, bring your hands to your heart center. Okay, we're going to start to bend the right knee as we release the left foot, and then slowly step that left leg to the back of the mat. Okay, spin the back heel in so your back is flat on the mat, bend into your right knee, and then take your hands to your hips and just kind of very gently pull the right hip back and the left hip forward. You might feel that heel spin out to the left a little bit. All we're doing is just squaring those hips up a little bit as we come into warrior one. So let's reach the arms up towards the sky. So as you find this position, as you anchor through the foot, we get a nice stretch through the Achilles. As you square the hips, we start to open up more through the front of the thigh, through the front of the hip. And then reaching the arms up and back, we create that openness through the chest. Now, all at the same time while we're doing this, with this front knee bent, we're creating strength through the lower body. Relax your toes. Take slow, deep breaths in and out. And the weight of your feet in the mat, see if you can kind of just press down and away through the feet to create a little bit more energy through the legs. Take one more breath in. Okay, so let's bring the arms to the sides. Let's lift the back heel up here, spin it up. We're going to come into airplane pose. This is a balance pose. So what we're going to do is we're going to shift the weight into the right foot. Just give a little bit of a spring on that back foot and come back up to standing. So you're standing on the right foot. Your left toes are on the back of the mat. Your arms are to the side. We're going to slowly, okay, start to lift the back foot up. Now you may get just an inch off the mat as you're practicing balance, okay? But maybe you can lift a little higher. See where you're at, a little bit more. We're going to take this, right? So the back leg is parallel. The belly lowers down. The heart is slightly lifted. Roll the shoulders back. Bring the arms out like wings of a plane. You can bend your standing knee here and then lift your arms up, your shoulders up a little bit more, and feel the strength through the back of the body. Now let's find the breath. Keep the eyes steady. Keep the belly in. Straighten out your left leg. Point through your left toes so they're nice and strong. Steady breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly bend your right knee. Step the left foot back again. Spin the back foot flat. A little bit of balance going on here, you guys. And then open up to warrior two. So your arms are going to come out to a T. Right knee is bent. Line your right heel up with anywhere from the center to the heel of the back foot. Okay, just play with it a little bit, see how that feels. And then take your gaze over your front hand. Press the inside of your knee open towards your pinky toe to see if you can get deeper sensation through your inner hip and inner thigh here. Lower down. Find your breath. Lift your heart, relax your shoulders. One more breath in. Exhale, release the arms down. Now turn again and face the front of the mat. So you're just going to pop up back into that lunge. Okay, now this time we're going to come back to balance, shifting your weight onto your right foot. Slowly start to stand up. Okay, you might start to anchor yourself, use your back foot as a little kickstand, but we're going to bring that left knee up in front of us. Okay, hands to your hips. And then if you can, extend the legs straight out in front of you. Toes pointing up. Pull your belly in. Lift your chest. Find your gaze. I know this is not easy. Lift that leg up a little higher. Pull the belly in. This practice is a good practice to do against the wall too. If you're working on balance, it's good just to be able to put your hand out to the side and use that wall to help you stay lifted. Let's inhale, lift the leg up a little higher. Now exhale, one more time, we're going to step back. So very carefully, step that left leg back. This time we're going to stay in a lunge position. So your back heel is lifted up. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Reach your right arm behind you, left arm in front of you. Pull your belly in. Lift your heart and lean back a little bit. Notice this sensation you're feeling in your upper body. So right now my back hand, my palm is facing forward. I'm just going to turn the thumb down and face the palm out because it actually feels better on my shoulder and on my arm. So these are just little things you can do to make sure that you're honoring your body and doing what feels best. I might even drop it here and wrap it around that back thigh. This actually feels better. It allows me to open up my shoulder. So breathe in. Good. Exhale. Let's inhale, turn back to center. Let's bring the hands to the hips and exhale. Ooh, step forward. All right. It's a little challenging there, isn't it? Okay, so let's start with the other side. Feet are hip width distance or toes together, you decide. Good. Okay, we're going to come to the standing position. So shift your weight into the left foot. Slowly take your right heel to your left ankle. This is your kickstand as we begin tree pose or Vrikshasana. Hands to your heart. Pull your belly in. Find your focal point. Slowly, if you're ready, start to bring your right foot to the inside of your left calf or up into your inner thigh. Hold the hands here. When you're ready, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Press the inside of your right knee towards the right to open it up a little bit more, strengthening the right hip and glute, opening the left inner hip and inner thigh. Slow, deep breaths. Really tune in, like as you're holding this, feeling, noticing the subtle movement that's going on in your foot as you're just kind of rocking back and forth to stabilize, to find balance. It's pretty cool. All right, inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Exhale, bend your left knee, release the left foot, and slowly step the right leg to the back of the mat. Drop your right heel, right, spinning it inward. Take your hands to your hips. Pull the left hip back, right hip forward. It probably won't be too much movement, but a little bit more squareness in the hips. Bend into that knee. Reach your arms up, back. Take the gaze up. Good. Let's breathe again and noticing. What do you notice in your body, again, as you're pressing through that right heel? Maybe an Achilles stretch, maybe a deeper calf stretch. As you square the hips, opening up, inner thigh, inner hip, hip flexor. Root down through the front foot. Feel the weight of your body in your left foot. In your right foot, relax your toes as you press down. Press away. One more breath in. Exhale. Go ahead and bring the arms down. Okay, we're going to spin that back heel up. And we're going to come back into balance, airplane pose. So slowly come to standing on that left leg. Your right toe comes behind you. Your arms out to the side. Slowly start to lift the back foot up. Again, take your time. Maybe grab onto that wall if you have one next to you or even in front of you. Slowly lift the back leg up a little bit more until you draw that thigh parallel. Your torso parallel. Your shoulders roll back, gaze forward. Lift up through your arms, through your shoulders. Pull your belly in. Eyes are steady. Good. Straighten your right leg. Point the toe to get action. Maybe drop that right hip a little bit. Getting a little more intensity into that left leg. You can do this. Just come to your breath. Let go. Okay? No judgment here. Just enjoying the process. Good. One more breath. Bend your left knee. Step the right leg back. Spin the back heel in. Bring the arms out to a T for Warrior Two. Take your gaze forward. Press the inside of that knee out towards your pinky toe. Again, relaxing through the toes. Drawing energy up from that lower body. Good, one more breath. Let's release the arms. Again, we're going to turn back to face the front of the room. So just coming on to that back ball mound of your foot, heel lifts up. Coming back into balance, we're going to shift the weight into that left foot. Draw the right knee up in front. Keep your hands to your hips. Pull the belly in. Now, extend that leg straight out in front of you with your toes pointed up. Hold right here and breathe. This is a lot more challenging than it looks, in my opinion. So just be steady with the breath. If you need to bend your knee a little bit, go ahead and bend the knee. Keep the heart lifted. Pull that belly in. Good, one more inhale. Exhale, one more step back. Right leg steps all the way to the back. This time we're keeping up that back heel. So we're in a lunge position. Let's inhale, reach the arms up, and exhale, open arm twist now. Okay, so we're taking it to the left. Take your gaze over your shoulder to encourage a deeper twist. Pull the belly in. Again, you can play with this back arm, what works best for you. On my last side, right, it felt better for me to turn the thumb down, but actually I like better taking my hand down to this back leg. And this still will give you a nice twist. And it actually feels like it can help open up my shoulder a little bit because my shoulders tend to move inward a little bit. So this is good for me to open up my shoulder. So that's what I mean about kind of playing with the poses here. Explore, feel free to explore movement in your body because you know what's best. A couple more breaths. Good, one more. Inhale. Exhale, release. Let's step back to the front. Ooh. Yeah, that feels good. Let's inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. We're gonna hinge from the hips. Come on forward, belly to thighs. Good, drop the head. Let's take the chin towards the chest as we open up the back of the neck, creating a little openness, Jalandhara Bandha, or throat lock. Take your hands around your legs. Just pull yourself in a little bit until you're feeling a good stretch, and maybe lean forward a little bit. Get your hips above those ankles. Okay, so let's just bend the knees, okay, and then slowly lower back down onto the hands and knees. Okay, so where we came to from the beginning onto our forearms and knees, we're just going to come back down onto the forearms so the elbows are under the shoulders and reaching for the opposite arms to help with the spacing between the arms, knees under the hips. Let's tuck the toes under and lift the hips up, push down, away again, through the shoulders, relax the head, walk the feet in a little bit, lift the tailbone higher, press the heels down, working upper body. Now we're going to take the legs, we're going to walk them back till you're in a forearm plank. So your elbows are under your shoulders, draw your belly in. If you want to modify, you simply drop your knees here to modify. Okay, otherwise knees are up. Now pull the belly in, find your breath, push away through those arms. Great way to strengthen the core center. Lift the knees, thighs are engaged. Just 3 more breaths, you guys. You can do this. That's 1. Push away. That's 2. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. Release. Nice job. Okay, come to seated. Swing the legs around. Okay, bend the elbows. Bring your hands behind your knees. Okay, roll the shoulders back, lean back right here, pull your belly in, pop up onto the toes so your heels are lifted. Lift up one leg and then lift up the other leg. Release the hands. This is called boat pose. Great pose to strengthen your core. Let's hold right here. Again, the key here, you guys, really draw the shoulders back so your posture is good. If you're rounding out, you kind of take away from the integrity of this pose. So draw those shoulder blades together, belly in, feet up. If you need some assistance, bring your hands behind your thighs or just have your toes touching, but keep your arms extended. You're still going to feel such a great sensation. You're still going to strengthen out that core center. Let's hold it. Just a few more breaths. Good. One more breath in and exhale, release. Nice job. Okay, we're going to come onto our backs now. As we roll on back, bring the knees into the chest. Good. Bring your feet up in the air. Open your knees wide. Grab onto your feet as we come into happy baby pose. Now, Knees are really wide here, you guys. Ankles above the knees. So it's almost like you're doing a nice wide squat on the ceiling. If it's hard reaching your feet, you can grab onto your ankles here or even the back of the thighs and just pull down. We're getting into the hips and hamstrings here. Okay, so just hold right here. Good, deep breath in, and then exhale, let's release. Okay, let's roll over onto our left side. And just bring you can bring your hand on your head on your hand, but if that bothers you, you can come up onto your forearm here, or you can recline all the way down. We're just gonna take the top leg and we're gonna bend the knee, reach back, and just give ourselves a nice stretch through our quadricep muscle. So as you pull your foot in towards you, start drawing your knee back. Press your hip forward. Nice stretch here through the quadricep, front of the thigh, front of the hip. Good, so heel comes into your body, knee moves back. Good. One more breath. Exhale, release. Let's do the other side. Okay, so rolling either onto your back or your belly to make your way onto the right side. Arm above you, hand on head or onto your forearm. Let's take the left leg, okay? You're pulling the heel in, right? Moving your hip forward and your leg back. Good, keep pressing through to get a deeper sensation. One more inhale, and exhale, release out. Let's roll back onto our back. Okay. Knees are bent, feet on the mat. As you press your feet into the mat, lift your hips up and then drop them over to the right about 2 inches. Knees come to the left, reach your right arm out and take your gaze to the right, spinal twist. Good, so in this pose, you can get a nice deep stretch also, right? We're twisting, but through the hips here, you get that nice deep stretch in the outer hip area. Taking your gaze to the right. Where is your mind right now? Can you bring it back to this moment if you lost yourself outside of the present moment? Let's come up to center, draw the knees up. And then take those hips back up and scoot them over to the left now, 2 or 3 inches. Knees are going to come to the right, and then reach your left arm out. You can use your right hand to just gently press the outside of that thigh. So it might feel good to stack thigh over thigh. And again, for me right now, it feels a little bit better to lower the right knee down a little bit, lift the left leg up. It just allows me to feel something deeper in my body at this moment. Like tomorrow is probably going to be something different. So that's why it's pretty cool. This practice of yoga, right, allows us to be really present so we know what we're feeling in our body. And so that each and every time we practice, we can bring ourselves to a place that is just going to feel really good. All right, slowly release. Come on to your back. We're going to bring the knees into the chest. And just start to rock side to side. Hugging a little bit more. So you lift your hips, press your navel down, you get a nice stretch through your lower back. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale, release. Let's extend the feet out to the corners of the mat. Relax your arms to your side. Moving into our final rest of Shavasana. Okay. So if you want a longer Shavasana, just hit the pause button and then unpause when you're ready to join back in. We're going to bend the knees here and roll over to either your right or left side. And then from here, gently press your way up back into a seated position or easy seated pose. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to notice, again, how you're feeling in this moment, physically in your body, mentally, your thoughts, if your mind is clear and relaxed, and emotionally, hopefully you're feeling happy and peaceful. So let's take this moment to practice metta or loving kindness to all beings everywhere. May all beings be happy. May all beings be peaceful. May all beings feel an abundance of love. And may all beings be free from suffering. Namaste. So I hope you enjoyed this hands-free yoga practice today. As always, I highly suggest practicing yoga at least 3 times a week, more if you can. Every day would be the best. If you found it challenging, moving forward and back through those balance poses, that's perfectly normal. And that's actually a good thing, because then that just means you have that opportunity to grow and become stronger, more balanced, and more flexible. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please leave comments for me. I'd love to hear from you. I'll answer when I can. And if you have any suggestions on what you would like to see in the future, please let me know, and I'll do my best to accommodate those suggestions. So if you like the video, press the like button, share it with others, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will see you very soon. Namaste.